they will spend so much wonderful time together. In the evening, he will go back home, and this exchange became quite mutual among them. Whenever we see Panditji, there is always such a joy, such a blessing. And those murtis that you are seeing there, he placed them there with his own hands. And you know, he has always been an inspiration and a blessing. Like Pandit Ganeshji says to the younger Pandits, and not only to the younger Pandits, to the older Pandits as well. So Panditji has been a blessing in our community. And that Roshni, that light that he has kindled will be here for many, many, many generations. I will ask Panditji to speak to us for a minute or two, then we will take one dhun and we will go straight to Vyas for Katha this morning.
अमृत जगत हिताय नमो नमो धर्म सनातनाय। प्रेम से बोलो सनातन धर्म की जय। श्री व्यास जी महाराज, विद्वत जनों, प्यारे भाइयों तथा बहनों, सब भगवान के आशीर्वाद है कि हम सब अपने अपने घरों को छोड़ करके और इस सुंदर मंदिर में हम लोग उपस्थित हुए हैं। इसलिए भगवान की अमृत कथा सुनने के लिए, भगवान की पूजा में शामिल होने के लिए और इस सत्संग में भाग लेने के लिए हम लोग आए हुए हैं। बिना सत्संग विवेक न होई और राम कृपा बिन सुलभ न सोई। बिना सत्संग हम ज्ञान को प्राप्त नहीं कर सकते और भगवान के आशीर्वाद बिना, भगवान की कृपा बिना सत्संग मिलना कठिन है। भाग्योदयेन बहुजन्म समार्जितेन सत्संगमं च लभते पुरुषो यथा वै। भागवत में वेद व्यास जी ने लिखा कि बिना सत्संग हम भगवान को प्राप्त नहीं कर सकते। और जब पूर्व जन्मों के पुण्य जब उदय हो जाते हैं तब हमें सत्संग की प्राप्ति होती है। इससे हम लोग बड़ा भागी हैं जो कि यहाँ पर बैठे हुए हैं। श्री व्यास जी महाराज, learned Pandit, devotees all, it is indeed the grace of Bhagwan that we have all found time to come and to join in this good company. One writer wrote, "Tell me who your company is and I will tell you who you are." We become according to the company we keep. And our scriptures tell us that this company is what will make us a devotee of God. That will bring us closer and closer to God. And so we are lucky to be here. And I want to thank my brother Pandit Baljit Ramnarain, who did not celebrate his birthday all by himself and his family, but he had invited us all to be here, not one day, but one week, and celebrate his birthday. I was very unfortunate that I could not have come during the week, but I am thankful that I can be here at least the last session, the conclusion of this satsang, and to wish him a happy birthday. He has great love for me and great respect for me too, because I am 1 year older than him. And this is a lesson we are laying for the young Pandits, that among themselves there must be friends, they must be brothers, because the more they associate with each other, the more they would learn. Pandits are contagious people. You catch their disease, and their disease is gyan, because that's what they do. They read the scriptures, They put the scriptures in their head and they come and they pass it on to us, you and me. We catch their disease. It's a good disease we must learn to catch.
Good bacteria.
And so the more the Pandits are united, the more they will be united with the Jajman, and unity is strength. I would not take more of your time, but I would like to say again that I am happy to be in your company today, in your satsang, and to share with Panditji in celebrating his birthday, and to have the opportunity again and to listen to the Vyaasji, his wonderful katha. So let us all pay good attention and listen. By listening, we bring God in our heart. Prem se bolo Ramchandra Bhagwan ki jai.
Thank you very much, Dharmacharyaji. And whenever Panditji opens his mouth, you would feel the love and the devotion he wants to disperse to us. And indeed, every time we listen to him or listen to another Pandit, all we find is encouragement for our own inner bliss. And that's what satsang does for us. That says we will not go by before he say a few words, so please.
Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunath Nathaya Sitaya Patiye Namaha. Prem se bolo Sita Ramchandra ki jai. Our Honorable Vyas, we just so enjoy you every night here. My son, Pandit Yoganan, he is the one who most proposed what we are going to do here. And so we thank him, thank all of you who are coming every session and enjoy this wonderful katha. I would like to tell you of this, our great Pandit. He and I are very good friends. Vyaasji do Satnarayan Katha every month, and he will come there and he will perform the katha and eat and so on, and when he finish, he got to come and sleep at my home. I keep him at my home. Sometimes I have mud where I am living. I take lamp boots and give him, and he come there and he sleep, and morning, first bus, I let him come home. Such a dear Pandit, a very, very good guru, teacher of me, I must tell you. I learned a lot of him. And the great work that he has done, made so many books and sent it out. You post them out to people, let them get to understand what is Dharma. So devotees, I am so blessed to see him here today. And I'm very happy with him that he is with us today. So I pray that Bhagwan give him more knowledge and make him live a little longer so that we can always have great teaching from him. Bhagwan will bless our loved Pandit. Thank you.
Prem se bolo Sita Pandit Ramchandra ki jai. We'll take one tune, we'll listen to our katha, and we have a beautiful program as we go along. We'll listen to the rest.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Sakai Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वशिष्ठाय नमो नमः। प्रेम से बोलिए व्यास भगवान की जय, सियापति रामचंद्र की जय।
श्री सरस्वत्यै नमो नमः। श्री गणेशाय नमो नमः। श्री गुरुचरण कमलेभ्यो नमः। सांब सदा शिवाय नमो नमः। श्री वाल्मीके नमो नमः। हनुमते नमो नमः। श्री श्री सीता रामचंद्राभ्यां नमः। ॐ रामं रामानुजम् सीतां भरतं भरतानुजम् सुग्रीवं वायुसूनुं च प्रणमामि पुनः पुनः। नमस्तु रामाय सलक्ष्मणाय देव्ये च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै। नमस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रानिलेभ्यो नमस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः। चरितं रघुनन्दस्य चरितं रघुनाथस्य शतकोटि प्रविस्तरम्। वाल्मीकिगिरिसम्भूता रामाम्भोनिधिसंगता। श्रीमद् रामायणी गंगा पुनाति भुवनत्रयम्। वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कविताशाखासंभवम्। ॐ रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। सीताया पतये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम। Shri Ram, on this beautiful morning, O Ram, you are already seated in the innermost core of our hearts. Hey Prabhu, may we experience your presence there. May we remove by sadhana all the defilements that prevent us from experiencing you. And may you shine in all your glory in our hearts. May the temple of our bodies become edifices of service in this community and in the world at large. And may you inspire us here on every day, so that we can utilize what you have blessed us with to help others and indeed to spread your glory everywhere we may go. Etadadesha prasutasya shakasadaggrajanma swam swacharitra shiksheran pratavyam sarvamanava. And it is your mandate, O Ram, that those of us who have our DNA coming from the land of the Rishis, coming from Bharat, that we should, by our own character and strength of conduct, be able to make this entire world a glorious and wonderful place to live. Hey Ram, may you enable us that your Raj be spread and influence everyone. The qualities of goodness, the qualities of peace, and the qualities of strength that you have given us to emulate, Hey Ram, may that be spread to everyone. This is my prayer today, and I pray that Bhagwan Shri Ram strengthen you, all of you who have assembled here, and bless all of you with love, with devotion, and with inspiration, so that you will do your little bit to improve the lot in your communities, in your country, and in the world at large. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. I'm so very honored this morning that my Guruji has taken the time to come here. And I'm very honored also that we are blessed with so many learned Pandits. And I'm particularly pleased to have met Pandit Vijayji. It is always a great source of strength for us. Sometimes we wonder, one generation after the next, we're harping all the time, and we're wondering to know if we're doing our job to prepare the future generations to continue the tradition of our Sanatan Dharma, to continue to put Sanatan Dharma in the hearts of Dharmikas, because it pains us sometimes to see that our own people who have been blessed to have the blood of the Rishis and Munis flowing in their veins, that they treat the dharohar, they treat the treasure that is bequeathed by so many great saints and sages and so many great men and women that walk the face of this earth and who made big sacrifice to give us this treasure called Sanatan Dharma. How, mindlessly we throw away this treasure and we pick up broken pieces of glass. We throw away the diamond and pick up broken pieces of glass along the way. And I, from this Vyaasji, must bow my head to the feet of the great stalwarts who have given everything they have so that they can pass on our Sanatan Dharma and the knowledge of our Shastras to us. All our gurus and our mentors who could not rest, who could not find that peace with themselves until they would have taught a few people about Sanatan Dharma. I bow my head to them again and again. And I also want to bow my head to the future generation of young men and women who have listened to our shouting, like Pandit Baljit ji said, Pandit Rishi like to shout out, you know. Listen to our shouting, our pukar. Don't let us get old and die out before you. Take up this cause and make us proud. That you are willing, and not just willing, but you have made yourself capable by approaching someone and by going and getting engaged in institutions that will pin you, that will tag you with the necessary qualities and skills that are necessary to propagate our Sanatan Dharma. For that reason, I want to bow my head to the younger generation of Pandits who have, they are so proudly donning the garbs of our dhoti. They are so proudly putting on this garb, and without feeling any kind of inferiority complex, they are going out there representing us. Our young women who are serving our temples every day. Our young boys and girls who are coming here. I want to bow my head to you and tell you that young people sometimes don't listen to us older folks. They will listen to you. You have a great job at hand. And your job is to influence others to come to satsang, to come to Mandir. And like Vijayji did after high school, if we can have quite a large number more of you taking inspiration from him and can go to the Surot, the source of Sanatan Dharma, and equip yourself and come back among in your community and try and do your utmost to uplift and uphold our Sanatan Dharma. Then I think the aims of our great rishis and munis will be quite fulfilled for the perpetuation of a great culture and civilization which is second to none in the world. That said, I want to ask all of you to join with me as we seek inspiration from the feet of Shri Ram. And this morning, I want all of you. Every night we have been singing Bhajamana. What have we been singing? Bhajamana, Ramacharana. And I'd like you, all of you, including those of you sitting at the back, I'd like to hear everybody's voices singing Bhajamana Ramacharana Sukadai. We must remind ourselves that the greatest joy and happiness we can have in this world, you don't get happiness from party, you know. The greatest joy and the greatest happiness you can have is when you come to the feet of Shri Ram. That is why our saints, Soi Charana Santana Jana Sevat, those who have realized this Supreme Brahman, they come to the feet of Shri Ram. And Sadar Heta Sukhadai. And they are connected to the source of joy and happiness. That happiness, don't mind what comes in your life after that. Don't mind whatever the ball is that is thrown at you in life. You will be able to take that and run with it and not ever lose that supreme joy which you have gained. Sui Charana Gautama Rishi Nari Parasi Parama Padapai. Gautama Rishi's Nari Ahilya, who had become, I would like to say, stone-like in nature, by the touch, by the grace of Sri Ram's loving feet, she gained the highest goal of human realization. And so today we are here to sing about that feat and remind ourselves how wonderful it is to drink the nectar, the ambrosia from Sri Ram's feet. Bhajaman Ram Charan Sukhdai. Bhajaman Ram Charan Sukhdai. Ram Charan Sukhdai. Bhajaman Ram Charan Sukhdai. Ram Charan Sukhdai. Bhajaman Ram Charan Sukhdai. Bhajaman Ram Charan Sukhdai. शंकर जटा समाई जिन चरणन से निकसी सूर सरी शंकर जटा समाई जटा शंकरी नाम पढ़ो है जटा शंकरी नाम पढ़ो है त्रिभुवन धारण हारी भजवन राम चरण सुखदाई भजवन राम चरण सुखदाई भजवन राम चरण And coming here today, last night पंडित जी हम लोगों ने न्योता बांट दिया। किस तरह से? कागज से नहीं, अक्षत से। Pandit ji Ganesh went around and give everyone a couple akshat, a few akshats, and we told them you are invited to come for Shri Ram's wedding. And I'm very, very happy that you have accepted the invitation of King Janak, and you have come here today to listen to the Viva. Goswami Tulsidas Ji, he captures in words. He captures in dohas and chaupais the picture, the scenes of Ram Katha. And he has done so for posterity, so that wherever we may go and live, and wherever there is devotion for Shri Ram, we will have an opportunity to enter into the arena of Ram Katha through our minds. I was told that it was Goswami Tulsidas Ji who started Ram Leela. First in Kashi. He had that vision that whatever is in our Shastras must come to life. And in order for us to bring Ram Katha to life, if we get the opportunity to visualize it and to see this Leela being enacted. You know, Goswami Tulsidas, he was a wrestler. You all didn't know that, right? Many of you didn't know that. He was a wrestler. And in his ashram, he started something called an akhada, a sandpit. And he used to bring the young boys, and they would wrestle. And while they were wrestling, he used to use that as an opportunity to tell them Ram Katha. Imagine every opportunity, whether it is games, whether it is a sport, whether it is a dance form, all of that was encouraged to tell Ram Katha. Once I asked my Nana, Nana, which part in India your family is from? He didn't remember the exact village or what have you. And he told me, he said, काशी के उस पार रामनगर जहां रामलीला खेली जाती है. They described their village. He said, when you go to Kashi, cross over a bridge. And there is a place called Ramnagar. And that place where Ramlila is being conducted all the time. That's how he described the place where his family came from. Ramlila was an indelible part of the culture of many of the people who came from India to other parts of the world. And through Ramlila, you know how they used to do the Ramlila? They would sing the chaupais and the dohas, and they would act it out on the stage. Many places it's still done. And in fact, in the University of the West Indies, you can do a master's degree in Ramlila studies. Just in case some of you want to pursue that study. But Goswami Tulsidas, his words and his life's work was for us to see, to visualize Ram's Katha going on. And to that end, many of our temples, they would have performed Sita Mangal, the wedding of Sita. Unfortunately, as time progressed, the Sita Mangal, we kind of forgot about it. But when we come to Yag's Ramayan Katha, we get the opportunity to listen to it and to visualize what is going on. So in today's Ram Leela, I want you all to visualize what is taking place. And I will try my utmost to help you along the way to see what was going on in Janakpur. Janak had sent invitation to Dashrath, and Dashrath came to Janakpur. He came with the other two brothers. Who are the other brothers? Bharat and Shatrughan. And he came there with his preceptor, Guru Vishwamitra, and many, many ministers, an entire retinue, like an entire army, marched from Ayodhya all the way to Mithila, to Janakpur. And Janakji went out, welcomed them like we do. When we have our weddings, you know, West Indian people, Guyanese people, Surinamese, when we have our wedding, this doesn't happen all over India. They have, many regions have their own system. But when we have our weddings going on, it is exactly as captured by the pen and illustrated in beautiful imagery by Goswami Tulsidas. Pandit Ramnarain Persaud always used to say, a Pandit is a Pandit when he can do two things. When he can conduct a wedding properly and represent his culture and his dharma through the process. Guruji agrees with that. If a Pandit can properly conduct the Shraddha karma in our dharma. Shraddha is not only, and I want to repeat this, Shraddha is not only done, there are many, many types and many various varieties of Shraddha. It's not only done when somebody dies. No, not at all. So if you understand Shraddha and can conduct the various different types of Shraddha properly, and if you can also conduct a wedding properly to represent our culture and dharma, it is then that you're really worth your weight in gold as a Pandit. And this applause is not for me. This applause is for the older Pandits, who've been drilling this in our ears all the time. And I can't help, like Pandit Yoga say, I cannot help but to remember Pandit Ramnarain Persaud every time we talk about these things. Every time we talk about these things. Because when the country was being drained of our Pandits because of economic and other reasons, our people were facing a hard time, and they had to seek greener pastures. They went to England, they came to this country, they went to Canada, all over the place. And the few older Pandits who were there, they really sacrificed themselves, their health, their families, everything for the propagation of the Dharma. Pandit Ramnarain Persaud was one of them. And we are very blessed to have been influenced at a young age by him. Not only he was the only one, there were other Pandits too, who used to encourage us, like my Guruji said this morning, that Pandits must be friend. Pandit Rajkumar was one of them. My Nana was one of them, who used to encourage us that beta, if you all have to keep up our religion, if you all have to keep up our dharma, young Pandits have to come together. And with the little resource that we had, we used to sit down and discuss and talk about these things. And we used to take the opportunity to go to Yagna, to go to Katha. Wherever there is Katha, we would make sure we go. And after the Katha, like I see the younger Pandits sitting down one side. I don't like that. What we used to do, when we used to go and try our best to go and eavesdrop into the conversation of the older Pandits. We used to try to sit near them, and whenever they would talk, we would hear. We didn't have to agree. Sometimes we don't even know what they're talking about, but they would plant certain ideas by their conversation, that we would take those ideas and go on. And like they say nowadays among young people, fact check. In those days, we didn't have this, the little smartphone and all these things. But we used to go and see, I wonder if the Pandit is talking the right thing, or wonder what they're talking. Let's explore those ideas. And we can only have those ideas if we sit next to them and see what's passing through their mind, and see if we can also explore, but not remain limited to their ideas, but to build upon it, or to see how we can build this edifice and make it brighter and better for future generation. Dashrath reaches Janakpur, and Janak had prepared special places in the city for all the people, the Baljit, that had come from Ayodhya. He prepared small houses. Goswami Tulsidas said they didn't come the same day of the wedding. They came for some days before, because they didn't want to be late. In fact, timing Just like I said last night, even if the scientists believe in the alignment, certain position of the moon and planets and so on, before they send up their spaceships, our rishis who have special timing and select special muhurt, Vivah muhurt it is called, specific to weddings, then we too should try our best to follow that system. They reach there, and Janak entertains Dasharath and all the entire battalion of people that came from Ayodhya to witness the wedding of Ram. And later on we're going to find out, not just Ram, Lakshman, he didn't even know he was going to get a Dulahin. Bharat and Shatrughan too came with the Bariyati, they were Saibalas. And they didn't even know too that they were going to get Dulahins. They heard that their big elder Bhaiya Ram is getting married, and they went there. They were in the Janma's house. And one time I met an old Pandit. Pandit say, Pandit, there are things you gotta do at the Janmas. I say, yes, I have learned. Nowadays, what happened? People don't even know what happened at Janmas. We're at the Janmas now. What happens?
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai 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 Rama. Shri Ram Jai मुझे पास की बराती सुर सुख सकल सुलभ सब भाती श्री राम जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय राम कछु कोई न जाना विभव वेद कछु कोई न जाना सकल जनक करहि बखाना श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय राम श्री राम
Jan means people, and was means residence. Long ago, when you had this big wedding, people had to have residence. Nowadays, people, what they do sometimes, they reserve entire hotels for their guests. Janak didn't do that. He made huge places where people can stay. He welcomed them and he gave them that place to stay, and then he had, he had his chefs preparing food and making sure that they were okay. But Mata Sita was in the palace. And Mata Sita thought maybe there is going to be some kind of shortcoming. She didn't want any of that. And so Jani Siya Barat Pura Ai, knowing that the Barat is there, Kachu Nija Mahima Prakati Janai, she decides to show some of her glory. What kind of glory? Hriday Sumiri Sab Siddhi Bolai, Bhupa Pahunai, Karana Pathai. She called upon the Siddhis. Who possessed the Siddhis? Siddhis mean these 8 magical powers. 8 magical powers. When we read the Hanuman Chalisa, Ashta Siddhi, can you say it with me? Ashta Siddhi Navanidhi ke. And the next part? Shabash. Asabaradin. One more time. Asabaradin. Hanumanji, who blesses everyone with the Ashtasiddhis, who is the possessor of Ashtasiddhi and the 9 treasures, Navanidhi. He got all of that from who? Asabaradin. Don't forget that part. Sometimes we sing the Chalisa. I'm glad we all sing it. But we must know what this other part means too. Asabaradin. Janaki Mata. She who is the possessor of Ashtasiddhi and Navadidhi. She was not given that. She who is the Ashtasiddhi and Navanidhi herself. And who had blessed Hanumanji with that. Bequeathed. Had given Hanumanji the Ashtasiddhi and Navanidhi. During the Janmas, during the reception of King Dashrath and his party, Mata Sita said there should be no shortcomings here in the Janmas. No shortcomings. Nowadays what we do? Just as a symbol we take a little bit sweet and give them to eat. Right? Just because you know what happened, they just came from home. But these people were traveling. And Mata Sita did not want them to suffer any shortage. And so she prakat kare. You all know what that means, right? Prakat kare. She expanded her powers. And Bhupa Pahunai Karana Pathai. She sent all the siddhis personified to go there and serve Dashrath. And the gurus served them and all the Bharyatis who were there to make sure that Dashrath had everything and obedient. Siddhi Savasya Ayasu Akani Gai Jaha Janavas Liye Sampada Sakala Sukha Surapura Bhoga Vilas. These Ashtasiddhis, they went there and they created such magic in that Janmas that everything they think about, if they think about Mahanbhog appeared in front of them. If they think about Rasgulla appeared in front of them. Whatever they thought about, Rajbhog, anything that they thought about to eat, any comfort that they even thought, anything that they wanted, they had. Just by thinking about it. This is how the siddhis of the Divine Mother, Sita Mata, played. And you know what happened? All the Bharyatis, being so wonderfully treated and feted at the Janmas, they all began praising Janak. Nobody knew that Mata Sita displayed her powers. But they said, wow, these kinds of things we don't even have at our in Ayodhya. These things we don't have in Ayodhya. We come here and we find it in Janakpur when they open their closets. Garments made with beautiful gold embroidery, according to Valmiki ji. Golden thread was inside the closets. The clothes that they wear from Janakpur, and they came with that. They had different sets of changing clothes in the closets. There, everything was so properly arranged for the Bharyatis. They were all very, very happy, and they praised Janak in many ways. A daughter is a wonderful blessing for us. It was only sometime after the Mughals invaded our Bharat that they started thinking in a different way. We have to restore this again. That our daughters are great blessings in our home. Sanskrit bhashayam daughter itiyukte duhita. In Sanskrit language, the word daughter, a daughter is called duhita. Maybe somehow along the way the word duhita changed to daughter. What does it mean? You ask anybody, what does the word daughter mean? Well, we know what duhita means, the source from which the word daughter has come. We go back to the source. Duhita means she who is a blessing. She who is a blessing, not for one family, a blessing for both families. And by both, I mean the family in which she was born and the family in which she goes to spread that family's glory. This is our culture. Along the way, people forgot this culture. And unfortunately, when a daughter-in-law comes to their home, sometimes they think that another servant has come. Unfortunately. And the soaps that we see, they're doing a lot of damage to the psyche of the women who watch. Most of the women watch the soaps. Some of us do watch too. And you know what is the drama in the soap operas? They're always showing how daughter-in-law. Baljit, thank you. Now I know what you just do on your spare time.
You kill me, Lemon. Oh.
Pandit, I know you're so busy. But you know.
I pass by and see it.
You know what happened? Don't believe all those things. They're not part of our culture. If you're blessed in your life to have a daughter-in-law come to your home, she is a blessing to your home. Treat her as Lakshmi herself who has come to your home. And even if you were not treated well when you were a daughter-in-law, you gotta break that vicious cycle. You gotta break it, you gotta start with you. When I was studying in India, every day, well, you know, not too much TV, we had one channel, Doordarshan, and we had one newspaper. Every day that you read the newspaper, and sometimes, like I think Vijayji said, sometimes you feel so terrible. That the country, the place where such lofty, great, wonderful ideas have come, they have degraded so much. Sometimes you would hear that a brand new bride who has come into a home, kerosene oil and match. I don't want to tell you what. I give you the material, you figure out. All because of what? You all know. Dowry. Something new, an alien to Sanatan Dharma. Alien. And our daughters are treated bad because their parents, who from the time a daughter is born, they're thinking about the daughter's wedding and how much money they will have to get to spend. You know what? Put my hand together and thank Bhagwan Ram that our Pandits just nipped that in the bud in Guyana, and where the Indian diaspora has gone to live. That was nipped in the bud. Yes, there are gifts. There is Dahej. There are gifts being given between both parties. But such gifts that are given, they are not something that you wheel and deal before and say, you have to give me so much, otherwise this wedding is not going to take place. So Eduhita, she raises the glory of her family in which she was born, and she raises the dignity and glory of the family that she is married into, and therefore she benefits both families. Both families. Dear friends, Sita Mata, she made sure that Janak was praised, and she also made sure that Dashrath too was quite pleased. Friends, the people of Janakpur, they were all preparing for the wedding. And the ladies in Janakpur, they were saying, Byahiya Huchari Ubhai, Yehi Pura Hama Sumangal Gavahi. Among themselves, they were saying, wow, we will have an opportunity to go there, and we will have an opportunity to sing Sumangal, to sing Geet, to sing special songs during the wedding time of our dear mother. All of them wanted to come there and sing. I remember, not too long ago, the mothers in our community, when there is a wedding, they would go there. In Trinidad, they would say, spread palo. Have you guys ever heard that? You never hear that term, right? You must try to learn from our neighbors too, and our family. In Trinidad, the older ladies would spread pal. Pal means rice bag. They would go, they would spread the rice bags on the floor, and they would take their dholak. They would take their majira and jal. And from days before, at the wedding, they will sing all kinds of geet. Never used to look on book, you know. All kinds of wedding songs they will sing for every stage and step on their way. They would sing. And this is something me and Pandit Yoga really miss. Because we were fortunate to be doing Panditaya in the time when the ladies will come there. And so at the Janma's house, they will go and sing. While they're eating, they will go and sing. While something is going on, they will go and sing. When the auspicious time came, this is what happened. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Mangal Mool Lagan Dinhama, Himaritu Aganabu, Masu Sumama, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Grahati Tinakratu, Jogu Barbaru, Grahati Tinakratu, auspicious day which brings all joy and happiness when that time came. It was in the month of Aghana. Aghan is correspond to this time that we are in now, November, December. And it was Himaritu. Nowadays we don't follow that. It was Himaritu. It was the winter months. Winter month. But their winter is different from our winter. You understand? It's different. It was winter month. The place was nice and cool, not cold. Nice and cool. And Grahatiti Nakatu Joga Barabaru. Earlier in the Ramayan, we heard these words before. When did we hear these words? We heard these words, the same words, when Bhagwan chose to appear. Joga Lagana Griha Bharatithi. Remember that? So same thing. The same thing, the auspicious timing was chosen for the wedding. Lagana Sodhi Bidhikina Bicharu. And Shodhana, Sodhi, like when scholars do research for their PhD and so on. So they do research. They research the time and everything by looking at the Panchang. And they come together and they decide on a particular time by consulting with each other. And the Pandits will consult. You know, Vashishta Ji was there, Vishwamitra Ji was there, Shatananda Ji was there. They all consulted on the right time. It must not be overemphasized. That timing is important. And so that timing was selected. They selected the auspicious time. And then to herald that auspicious time, they also selected a portion of the day. That portion of the day is called Godhuli. Godhuli means the time when the cows were coming home. And Godhuli means dust. Godhuli, when the cows would come home and their hooves would lift the dust from the road. For us Hindus, that is such an auspicious time for us. Godhuli ka samay, that time they choose. And what happened? Shank Nisan Pavana Bahubaje. The shank was blown. The drums, Nagara. Nowadays we call Tasa. We had the Tasa was played. All kinds of musical instruments. Something like the Shehnai was played. And all kinds of Mangal Kalasha were placed all over the place. Durva grass was placed in the Kalasha. And they were displayed. And the Saumangalya Stri, those women of good fortune, they sang beautiful songs. And Karahi Veda Dhuni Vipra Punita, and the Vipras, the Brahmanas, they started chanting the Ved Dhuni, songs from the Vedas. Everywhere in Janakpur was these sweet strains of music. And also, together with the music, were the chanting of mantras from the Ved. You know the power of the Ved mantra, what it has? The mantra of the Vedas have the power of purifying not only this place, but the atmosphere above us, around us, everywhere the place becomes purified by the Vedas. Shri Ram was heralded. He was brought in front of the Dwar. What we have at the Dwar? Anybody know? Dwar. What does the word dwar mean? Doorway. Entrance. Bhagwan Sri Ram was brought at the dwar. And dwar puja was done. How long it took? That's a different story. Dwar puja was done. And nobody was in any rush. We Pandits, we can't even do a proper Dwar Puja these days. There got to be somebody behind you who's going to say, Pandit, hurry up now. You know, tonight at the reception, at the Dwar, special puja is done. Or at least special puja to Ganapati, the guardian of the door, is done. Why we do Ganapati puja at the doorway, at the door? Ganapati, Lord Ganesh, is the remover of all obstacles. And we say, hey Baba, right at the inception, at the door, we're going to beseech you that there should be no obstacles whatsoever in this marriage. No obstacles whatsoever. And after Dwar Puja, what happens? After the Dwar Puja, Sunayana, she came there with all her friends. Ati Hara Shuraj Samaju Doi Disi Dundu Bibaji Dhani Varashahi Suman Sura Harashi Kari Jai Jaya Jayati Raghukulamani Yehi Bhati Jani Bharat Avat Kajane Bahu Vajahi Rani Sunayana Boli Parichin Hetu Mangal Sajahi Hetu Mangal Sajahi. That's okay. In this part of the Ramayana, there's a lot of chandas. Lots and lots of chandas. Here it was time after Dwar Puja. Sunayana called all the queens, all her sakis, and she said, let us do the parche. But this time, before in the Ramayana, there's a description of another wedding. Whose wedding it was? Shiv Parvati. And in that time, Mayana went out to do she went to do parche for Bhole Baba. And not too long ago, that's when I had the idea that we should read about Sita's wedding here. And when Mayana went out to do parche of Lord Shiva, when she looked around, all her friends ran away. All the other ladies who came there, they ran away. And she was there alone. And, you know, she tried, she mustered all the strength. Yeah. And she did the parche. What does parche means? Parachayan. Examination, like pariksha. You know whose exam you have to pass if you want to be a dulaha? A mama. The dulahin's mother's examination, and not only her. If you are, you know, you better have patience. Some families, the line is very long. 20, 25, 30. Of the women of the family, they will line up and they will do the parchayan of the dulaha. Usually they don't disapprove because, all these things were already pre-arranged. But that is the time they could if they want. But they will come there, they will wave the water of sacred rivers, and, they will give the Dulaha a little token of dahi, put it in his mouth, and they will TK, and they will wave the light, and when they will wave the tari, and the tari will stop in front of his face. It doesn't go like this. The tari will go slowly, and in front of the Dulaha's face, they will stop. That's the way we partake. One old lady told me this when I was a young Pandit. I went to Upper Quarantine to do a puja, to do a wedding. And, those days, Pandit job was so easy. Everybody knew what they had to do because we had the people who knew what they had to do. Pandits never used to be there where they're party and so on, The older ladies of the family would be there to show them what to do. Then they will have loy, little bit of loy, and they will throw it around to ward off any kind of conceivable evil spirits that might be around the Dulaha. They would pelt them with the doy. That's what the old lady tell me. I used to ask them, Mataji, why do they use the doy? And the old lady said, Pandit, no brute or prit must come around our Dulaha. They will wave the waters with the sacred waters. And she told me slowly they will wave the light and hold it in front of the Dulaha face. And if they approve, they will give him a little dakshina in his hand. Usually they approve. And the Dulaha, by the time he's finished there with the ladies of the bride's family, man, sometimes they feel really rich. Lots of gold and so on, lots of things they will get. Nothing forced. Remember this, in our culture, nothing forced. Everything according to your love and according to what you, from deep inside your heart, want to do. Because a marriage ceremony, marriage is all about love. And marriage is never, ever, ever about putting pressure on anybody. It is all about love. It's not just when the bride and groom experience love for each other, but it's a time when two families and the community itself experience a surge of love in their hearts. Now, Sunayana didn't have this problem because the most handsome, I don't want to spend more time on that, but the most handsome Dulaha in the whole Trilo, the whole entire three worlds came there, and Sunayana did party amidst music, baja bibida prakara, in different ways. Music and drums were being played, and from time to time the devatas who were in the heavens, Divi, from time to time they were pouring down flowers during different parts of the wedding. Bhagwan Ram, he's escorted into the mandap. And Goswami Tulsidas makes sure he write that he made sure he wrote that all the rites before Bhagwan Ram entered into the mandap. He says, Mele Janaku Dasaratuati Priti Karai Baidika Laukika Sabariti Milata Mahado Raja Viraje Upama Koji Kabilaje. He says that the poets, to find descriptive words, they are embarrassed. To find descriptive words what was going on. He says, the Purohits who are there, all the rites that are described in our Vedas were performed to consecrate the deity, The bedi was not made anyhow quick time. You just get some aluminum foil and make the bedi. You know, and Puhar say, you know, in a very, careless manner. Sometimes, Pandits are inspired. The Dulaha Dulahin, people are inspired. When they go to a place, the kind of love that is put, that is all. Now we wait for the Pandit to come, then you make your bedi and so on. The Pandit may wait for you now. You should have a do. We gotta change that attitude. We gotta go back to the old days. We gotta go back to when families will join hands with their families whenever they have an occasion. Nowadays, I would dress 99, one shot 100, and everybody would go and sit down on chairs and look around. I miss those days when families will come, when we would have the entire community. In fact, all the ceremonies in the wedding is so designed as to engage everybody in the community, everybody. That is why when we puja our drum, the person who make our shoes and make our drum, he comes there and he gets dakshina. Mandara puja. That's their job. The person who plays our drums, they get some blessing from the puja. Our now comes there. Our now prepares our bedi and prepares everything. And our now has always been an assistant to our Pandit. We as Pandits, we depended on our now. Where are we going to find them now, Pandit Ji? Last time we went to Guyana, we were so happy that in Guyana, the people in different villages, they are encouraging their nows once again. We went to do a jag for Shivratri, and I was so happy there was a now there. And the now will tell the Pandit left now, that's my job. When Pandit tried to clean up and so on, the now will say, Pandit Ji, that's my job. Nowadays, we think that it's the Pandit's job to come and make you bedi. In fact, things have gone really bad in India. They treat their Pandits like slaves. Ask Pandit Vijay. His feet still have the dust of Bharat on it. Catch him and ask him about India. What goes on in the jug. But our nows were encouraged. And families were encouraged. And what happened? Instead of wasting money, instead of wasting our money and giving our money to the halls and all these big people, the money was shared around, the wealth that we have was shared around those people who assist us every day in our life. Now, let me quote this doha so you understand what I'm talking about. Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Chawari pai, O Rama, Rama ne chawari pai. Mudita si sahi mai sir, har shunar daya samai. Siya Ramachandra Jai Sharanam, Shankar Hari Om Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram. Now is an important person when we have our ceremonies. Bari, Bata, Nata. People who make the plates. What do you make it with? The leaves. People who make the plates and people who make the goblets. And all the things that we need. All those are important people. And Sabko Janakane Nivachavardi. And all of them, King Janak arranged for them to be blessed abundantly with wealth. Friends, the Bedhi was prepared immaculately by others under the direction of our Vipramandali. And Bhagwan Ram, he enters into the mandap after all the rites were done, all the rites of consecration, including going to get the, what we need to make the Bedhi. No. The first thing we need for our Bedhi is the Mapi. Remember that. Even a jug. And so the mothers will go with kulhari in hand. Right? They will take their kulhari in hand. They will take their kulhari. They will adore that implement of agriculture. You imagine this world without a hoe? We will honor that implement of agriculture. And the mothers will take that. They will select a clean spot. Especially if we're fortunate to find a holy river or a well or something. They will go there. Or a crossroad. And they will clean that place. And what the mothers will do? They will honor Mother Earth. Dharti Mata. And then they will collect Matikor. They will dig ceremoniously after seeking permission and forgiveness from Mother Earth. Permission and forgiveness. Oh Mother, today we are collecting this soil to make our Bedhi. Forgive us if we have inflicted any pain here. Forgive us, oh Mother, and we honor you. And the mothers will collect. They will collect the dirt. Now a little bit, and tie it in their little joli and take it back. We only do that as a token nowadays. But they will collect trays and trays of dirt. I've gone to a few yagnas and weddings. They will collect 5-6 trays of dirt and they will bring it there. They will spread it on the ground according to what is prescribed by Ved, according to the particular dimensions. They measure it with their hand and so on, and the Dulahin's hand. They will measure it. And then they will call the carpenter. I think is one man show here. They will call their carpenter of the village. And the carpenter will mop. He will measure. He will measure the Bedhi. And he will make 9 little foundational holes, like when you make the temple. And in each hole they will do puja. Little bit foundational puja they will do. And then the Dulahins, cha-cha. That's their job. They will go and bring 9 bamboos. They will make sure that one of them is a little longer. And the bigger the bamboo, taller the bamboo, people used to feel like the more glory they get from this. And they will decorate the canopy in beautiful ways. Different areas in Bihar and in eastern UP where our ancestors come from, they still do it. Just like we saw growing up in Guyana, they make their mandap in this way. And then, after doing all the ceremonies in the middle bamboo, they will put different auspicious items that represents vriddhi, growth. What are these items? Bamboo represents growth. You plant bamboo, and it will take over your whole yard. Bamboo, Banana, we used to say soca, right? Soca plants. Banana, you plant it, it will turn into a clump. Then they will put duba grass. They will put all kinds of auspicious items. And in our custom, other places do it differently. In Eastern UP, Bihar, where majority of us have come from, they will have Soneka Kalsha. They will sajawe. They don't just go and grab a kalsha and put it there. Hey, Pandit, use this. No. From days before, they will get their kalashas and they will decorate it. You know what they will put around the kalsha? Cow dung. They will put the gobar on it, and the mothers, they will sit down and they will make beautiful art decorations on the kalsha. I'm just reminding you all because I hope when we pass away, Pandit Kanha and all these young Pandits and all these boys and girls and young ladies will remember this. They will remember. The kalsha was properly decorated. They will put auspicious symbols on them, the swastika. They will make om. They will make different things. They will make. And the kalsha, they will put leaves on that kalsha. And because most of them will be in a wheat growing, rice growing area, they will cut the rice, the sheaves of the rice, and they will put it around the kalsha, and then they will put a parai on top. Parai means a container. Container perhaps that the kumhar has made specially, which is beautifully decorated. And then on top of that, they will put sapta dhanya, different grains representing prosperity, and then the diya is placed. Some place they make ekamukhi divalo, and some place panchamukhi divalo. So one diya, and some place they put 5 wick, bhakti. If you don't remember the name, the wick, the Hindi name for it is bhakti. They will place 5 bhattis inside there, and there that will be filled with ghee, and all the pujas and so on will be done on that bedhi. So the bedhi was prepared. And later on you will see there is another place called Kohobar. You all remember that? And Kohobar is a place where the ceremony of anointing with haldi and chandan and all kinds of herbal ingredients, the dulahin and dulaha would be anointed. And in that Kohobar, I remember very vividly, there are many families in Guyana who would put the original drawing, the Kohobar drawing, and I used to want to know, what is that? The drawing of a little person will be there. The Kula Devi will be invoked there. And the Dulaha or Dulahin will sit there, and at that Kohobar, the Haldi and all these ceremonies will take place. Bhagwan Shri Ram, after going through his test, Parachayan, he enters into the mandap. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Rani Suni Ram Gun Tere, Rani Suni Ram Gun Tere, Kai Kai Laukik Sarai, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai यही विधि राम मंडप ही आए, यही विधि राम मंडप ही आए, अर्घ दे आसन बैठाए, अर्घ दे आसन बैठाए। श्री राम जय राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय राम। Bhagwan Shri Ram was escorted in an Argha Udei, Asana Baithai. You know those little ceremonies that we do? They're very important to welcome the groom. They give him water. They wash his feet. Janak himself went on his knees and washed Bhagwan Ram's feet. And then what he did? Baitari asana arati kari niraki baru sukapavahi. King Janak himself, he did all those ceremonies. And then Goswami Tulsidas writes that he honored the Maur. Honored the Maur of Shri Ram. Nowadays, young boys don't want to wear Maur and things. They want to do like the Punjabis, wear, all these things. Whatever. We sometimes have to, go along with changes. But Maur was made. And having laved Shri Ram's feet and done all the ceremonies, Dasharatha-ji, Janak-ji, he waved the lamp, waved the thari, and did arati of Shri Ram. And he placed a jewel. He placed a jewel on the Maur of Shri Ram. Brahma disguised, and all the devatas disguised as Brahmins, because usually Brahmins get front seat. Disguised as Brahmins, Brahma and all the devatas came there to witness this spectacle. Ram, who is the delighter of the Raghu's race. Goswami Tulsi, Avaloki Raghukula Kamal, Ravi Chavi Supal, Jeevan Ale Kahi. Goswami Tulsidas says, he was like the sun himself, Suraj Bhagwan incarnate, sitting there. It was time, and the rishis called. They said, listen, Dulhan ko le aao. It is time. Please bring the Dulhan. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram. Shri Ram सुंदरता बरनी न जाई, रघुमनि बहुत मनोहर ताई। राम जय राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय राम। आवत की बरात सीता, आवत की बरात सीता, रूप राशि सब भांति पुनीता। सुरत नाम करी मारही पूरा, दुनि आशीष दुनि मंगल मूला। श्री राम जय by her friends again, Gawahi Geet Manohar Bani, and they were singing beautifully. Sita was brought into the mandap, and everyone there praised her beauty. Well, We took 2 nights. We praised Sita's beauty before. We'll not do that again. But the Devatas, they were so pleased. They clasped their hands. Sura pranamu kari barasi pula. The Devatas were very, very happy, and as Sita walked in the mandap, they showered divine flowers on her. They give her auspicious blessings by chanting of the Vedic mantras. And the songs, the Manohar Geet that the ladies sang, combined with the drum and the tasa, all of that produced a loud, beautiful song that moved the men and women who were present to witness the wedding. Men and women were lost in love. Seeing Sita's beauty, they were all lost, because this marriage of Sita and Ram is to evoke love in the hearts of the devotees. They felt so much love in their hearts. They were brought there, and all the rites were performed. The gurus who were present there, they did Avalokan, Samanjan, all of that Goswami Tulsidas captures. And it is important to note, Janakavama Disisoha Sunayana, on the left side. On the left side of Janak, Sunayana was placed, the mother. Nowadays, we go and we see different things, and it creates a little conflict for us who come from this tradition. Sunayana was placed on the left side of King Janak. And what they did? Announcing, the Pandits announcing Janak's lineage, his gotra, up to the point of Janak, and saying that this lovely daughter of Janak is going to be handed over in marriage to Sri Ram. And Guru Vashisht chanted the Gotra line, Shak, Shakha, the line of Sri Ram. Why is Shakocharan done? We want to make sure that the Dulahan, Dulahin is not related by blood. You all know, it is scientifically proven that when people who share same bloodline get married, bada kuchi gadbad hai, bada gadbad hai. It's a lot of problems for the offsprings and others. So our Veda tell us how many generations we must be away before a marriage is sanctioned. And the Shakocharan is done to make sure that that doesn't happen. And in addition to that, it is uttered so that the bride and groom remembers that they didn't just fall off a coconut tree. Or a stork didn't just fetch them and drop them into that home. Right? In America, they tell them, when children ask where babies come from, they say, stork bring them. So we remind them at the time of marriage that they have come from a line of ancestors that they have. And Janak sits on the right side, Sunaina on the left side. And they started with the ceremonies. They handed over their daughter in great pomp and festivity. Goswami Tulsidas says, like, she, Sunaina, sat beside Janak, like, just like, who? Maina and Himavan. And I like to say, right, every marriage that takes place according to the rites of Sanatan, that these rites are done just like how Ram and Sita got married. Every marriage is reminiscent of the time when Mata, Sita, and Shri Ram. Then after that, you know what they did? After handing over, they did what's called Pao Puja. You all know what that is, right? The Dulaha and Dulahin, they having been given over in marriage by the parents, you know what we do? We put the shank and we say sankalpa and all these things. You all know. And then Pao Puja is done, meaning that the bride and groom, they are now representatives of Sri Ram and Sita, and we honor them. And then Pani Grahan is done. They hold each other's hand. And then the Pandits, after they hold each other's hands, the Pandits there, carry home Bidhivat Gati Jor Len Lagi Bhavari. The Pandits tie the end of the garment and they put some sacred things inside there. What they put inside? Well, I can answer that later on. But 5 important things are placed there as blessings for the bride and groom. And then it is tied. Nowadays, we make the Bhauji do that tying. The garments are tied. Offerings are done into the home. The Pandits will chant mantras. And then, even Ram and Sita had to go around the Bhavar. They had to go around the Bhavar. And then in front of Vishwamitra, Vashisht, and Shatanan, they had to promise. Now they are Bhagwan. They are eternal concerts. Yet in front of the Gurus, they had to promise through the vows that they take that they will love each other. That nothing will ever keep them apart. And that they should do things always in their life to bring them together. What are some of these things? They are told, build a temple. They are told, dig a well. They are told, plant a garden. They are told, honor your parents. All these things constitutes the vows. And they are told, always be lifelong friends. So many things are told to them. But even Goswami Tulsidas captures that. He says, even Ram. And why? He didn't have to be taught these things. Mata Sita and Sri Ram didn't have to be taught. But they had to do it. And set an example for all of us that we must go through these steps. When there is a marriage ceremony going on, we must go through these steps carefully. Because the marriage is not just something for fun. It is called a sanskar. A sanskar leaves deep impressions in the mind of those who go through it. And Ram and Sita showed that example for all of us. That when we get married, these deep impressions that we receive from the sanskar will always lead us in life and will keep us together. After all of that was done, Bhagwan Ram, the Surya Vanshi, as he is, he shows Sita the sun. And the Arundhati star. And he said, look Sita, look up. Why? Look up. Because we always have to keep our sights on higher ideals in this world. That there are other things in this world more important than us two. We must always keep our eyes on the ideal. And finally, Goswami Tulsidas says, Ramu siyasira sendura dehi. In the part of Sita's hair, Bhagwan Ram placed the sindur. There was great merriment, festivities, all these things happened. After all of that, the same way Ram and Sita got married, Lakshman too got married. You know to who? Yes, you all know. And Bharat and Shatrughan, they too were married to, well, Janak's daughters in Bharat. There is no such thing like, no word like cousin. Janak's other brother had 2 daughters too. And they too were given. Right? They too were given in marriage to the boys. There was great merriment and festivity. And the bride and groom were led into the Kohubar. And at the Kohubar, there was great joy and activities going on. You all know what goes on in the Kohubar after a wedding? There is a thari there with milk. And what they do? They throw the bangle and jewels. And they want to see who will rule the marriage. That's not so. That's what people say. But all those games and all those things that are played at the Kohubar, it is said sometimes the bride and groom, they normally don't see each other or meet each other. And that is the opportunity. They get to break the ice, so to say, and get to become familiar with each other through games and festivities. So in this way, Bhagwan Sri Ram was led out into the mandap again. And Goswami Tulsidas says he was fed khichdi. Remember, the Dulaha and Dulahin has to fast, right? For the wedding. They can't eat any and anything. And khichdi is one of those things that we break our fast with. Somehow or the other, he didn't put what Guyanese people practice. This is not recorded here. Before the Dulaha eats, they will put a little purine leaf next to the Dulaha. And the Dulahin father is supposed to go and give him money. And when he's satisfied with how much money, then he will start eat. But Goswami Ji didn't put that part in. He says that the khichdi was done. So that part is also a part of fun. There is absolutely no hardship engaged. There is no demand in that part. But it was all part of the fun. Devotees, there's a lot of chandas here that is sung. And this wedding is a beautiful part. And whilst Bhagwan Ram is ready to eat, right? Lahat Gauri Sikhavahi Ramahi Siyasana Sadar Kahe. Sita Mata was told, take a little kauri. You know what a kauri is? All people know. One little mouthful and place it into Ram's mouth. In this way, that love and bond of Shri Sita and Ram was established. And Aja Janakpura, Aja Janakpura, Aja Janakpura, oh, Aja Janakpura, Aja Janakpura, Aja Janakpura, Aja Janakpura, Aja Janakpura, Aja Janakpura. Oh through the steps, and I thought that we need to be reminded of the steps that Bhagwan Ram and Sita went through. And until now, when we perform our weddings, until now, we sing Aja Janakapur, Aja Janakapur. All those songs that we sing during the wedding reminds us of the wedding of Mata Sita and Shri Ram. I pray that somehow you have visualized that wedding as it was going on. And I pray too that the love of Shri Ram and Mata Sita reach out to your hearts and fill it with love. And those of you who are married, may your love grow, and may there be no end to your love. And those of you who are yet to be married, may you find that love, and may you cherish it in your life like Ram cherished Sita, and Sita cherished Shri Ram. We will sing Ram Vijay mantra. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Sita Ram, Jai Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram. Devotees, once again, I'd like to also thank each and every one of you for coming all these sessions and gracing this yagna for all these 7 days that we have been here. I really thank you all for having the patience to listen to me, and I thank Pandit Baljit very much for entertaining this desire to listen to Ram Katha. May Bhagwan Shri Ram bless each and every one of you. And I would also like to thank our dear Pandit Ganesh Ji, who came here all the way from New York. It's not so far, to join us in this one. Every single session he was here, and all the Pandits who came here, my Guruji, Pandit Ji, Ishwar, thank you very much, and all the young Pandits, Pandit Arun, Pandit Ji Kanha, Pandit Ji Devanand, who has been here, and our very special Pandit Ji Vijay, like I said, who still have the dust of Bharat Mata on her feet. I also would like to thank our musicians, Bhaji Lake, oh my God. It's not easy playing harmonium for a person like me who go all over the world, but thank you very much, Bhaji, for holding me there. You know, Bhaji Krisho know the kind of trouble he used to have playing harmonium for me. And he's here too, Bhaji Krishan and Benji Kam, Benji Chan. I feel at home, Indi Ji, and my Dharmapatni, when I see all of you here, I really feel at home. And the young people, Gauri, Karishma, and Mira, you know, we're so happy that you are here. And Hema, who come from New York, all the way, and Pandit Rudrish, I don't see him here this morning. I don't know where he is, but you know, we're so happy that all of you have come here. And each and every one of you, I want to reveal a secret to you all. I was staying during this year. I was staying at a 5-star resort. And without revealing who owns the resort, because all of you all will want to go there, I want to thank my hosts very much for keeping us and going through all the trouble, staying up late at night and waking up early in the morning and all these things. Thank you all very, very much. And my brother Pandit Yagna, he's my strength. He's my rock. And we always, since we were little boys, we're always together upon the advice of our elders. And we are always there to support each other. He had a nice group of Panditji Deo that included Panditji Sunil, Panditji Ved. All of us came together and we tried our best. Now it is our hope, that our future Pandits will make us proud and take this Dharma to greater heights. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Prince Bole Vyasa Bhagwan ki Jai. Devotees, it seems like when you want to go to a real wedding, you just have to listen to Pandit Rishi Ram Katha. Because today, we don't get to go to real weddings. Today we get to go to big shows. The joy, the deeper sentiment of wedding is lost in flamboyance. And when you go to these weddings, all you see is this big show. And sorry enough that some of them don't even last. Hundreds of thousands are spent. And when the wedding done, the show done, the marriage done too. So let us go back to our culture. Let us go back to our tradition. And let us rekindle the sentiments that are required in our marriages. More so, we have listened to all the steps that were defined very nicely in our scriptures, and we've seen how nicely they have been performed in our actual weddings. Today, it is very sad that as soon as you go there, the first thing the Pandit is here from the street going in, mostly from people who are already drunk or half drunk. Finish the wedding quick. What happened? If the wedding take more long, you go drunk a little right there? Because you're already half drunk, or you never get to drink enough rum. You still they park all their cars in the street. Today, many mandirs in New York do not want to have weddings done in the mandirs anymore. I went to do one in New Jersey one time, and this was an Indian temple in New Jersey, and they had double booked for some reason or the other, and they gave the Indian family from India the auditorium to do the wedding, and they give the Guyanese community the mandir to do the wedding. They begged me, please, we don't want no dancing in the temple. I was nearly kicked out of the temple by the dancers. And the manner in which they dance, you know. So what we used to, from the pages of Ramcharitramanas, what we used to treasure is today lost. Another important element in our weddings, mantras. Mantras that are necessary for the longevity. Mantras, we are supposed to call Yama Bhagwan and adore him and make offerings to him in the Havan Kund so that this couple will have long life, they will have good health, and so many beautiful things would be done. We need to call their ancestors and ask them for their blessings. We need to call Surya Bhagwan, we need to call Chandrama Devta, we need to call all the Devtas, Indra Devta, we need to call all these Devtas, all the ritus. We need to invite them and we need to ask them for auspiciousness for this family. That too disappeared. That too disappeared. So it's disappearing from bottom and it is disappearing from top. I don't know where we will meet in the middle. So, like I say, if you really want a good wedding, then invite Pandit Rishi Ram to read it from Ramcharitramanas. That's only where I think we'll find real wedding in the future. Yeah. They said that did their wedding and they're still there, so.
14.
Wow. You know, it's a blessing when we go to a wedding. I went to perform one wedding, and while you know, I was getting everything together and I was ready to perform the wedding, I asked, didn't I do one of your weddings? That is the parents, and the parents say, yes, that's my son getting married. So I've done the parents' wedding, and now I've been doing the children weddings also. So we are blessed to see not only one generation, but more than one generation. So devotees, this is our richness, this is our blessings, and this is what we hope to rekindle back in our dharma. We would really love to see the day will come. I tell you one thing, I went to, Pandit Satesh Deo was performing a wedding, and I went to Prem Bhakti Mandir. And man, I've seen this lady in her sari and the glass way up on the, top, and the man dressed in nice kurta and every single jack drunk. Dancing on the road top, traffic is all blocked. They just want to show how Hindus behave on the street. And it's a disgrace to us. So please, let us come back to that state, that time when we can really bring Sri Sitaram Viva back into our weddings. So once again, thank you, Vyaasji. And I said last night, and I will say again that, this yag is of a different standard. The purpose for our performing this yag, you've justified it beyond measures. Dad expressed his joy, his happiness. It's difficult to get Dad to put on certain kurtas. It's difficult to get him to dress a certain way. And so Ida has been selecting kurtas from New York that this that's going to wear this time, that's going to wear that time. Lakshmi has been sewing, and they have been putting together all his clothing and everything, and getting everything ready for him. And they are asking, everybody is asking a question in the background. You think he go wear up? You think he go wear up? You know, so this morning even we had to give one little chat to Ray before, you know, when we come, you know, the girls, they brought out all these kurta, you know, in the beginning, and they said, Dad, try this one, man, and he just started trying them on, and he said, man, this one look nice, this one look nice, and they said, wow, we're surprised, you know, he is just so happy, you know, he is enjoying a different state of happiness, and he was so excited. And this morning, you know, he likes to be independent. You know, he'll complain if the kurta get hook and eye because he know how to hook it that proper. So if he get button, he go walk better. You know, so yesterday one had button, today one get hook and eye. He just pick up yesterday one, put it on, come out, and he's all decked and ready to go. So Karishma said, I think he's wearing yesterday's clothes. A little long after Gita came, and Gita said, you got to tell Daddy like change our clothes. We wear the same thing yesterday. And so I said, okay. I said, Dad, you got to, boy, you should hear that back and forth. Why do I have to change his clothes? What happened? You know, and he just went. So I said, look, Dad, we're not going to argue over this. You're going to go change your clothes. Devotees, the joy, the happiness, the excitement that these few weeks brought back into our family, it is tremendous. My nieces and nephews, my brother, my sisters, and all the relatives, Chachi, and Bua, and all of them that are here, they bring so much closeness to, and they give so much strength to that. And his good health and all that he's enjoying is because of all of them. And they're each one of them are so special in their own way. We're sorry we're missing Devanan here. Devanan, if you want somebody imitate Mom really well, yeah, you got to check on Kanda. And you got to check. You know, and if you want to see somebody imitate that very well, look at Karishma and look at Devanan. And when they talk, you know, you will just hear him right out. And that is how much time they spend with him, that every tone, every thought that goes through him, and they can tell you which sentence is going to come next. And, you know, and sometimes I sit around and I look at all of them and I realize the element of energy and life that Dad has is because of what they have been giving. And they will ensure, you know, he's never left behind. He's taken everywhere they go. And not only he's taking everywhere they go, but they're taking everywhere he goes. You know, so he has his times when he's going to say, all right, come on, let us go to Wawa. So let me don't tell you guys this. But Pandit Rishi Ram or Vyaasji says they should come and say what they want to say today. So we're going to start with
Yeah. Harish, go.
The Kanda said he first. Okay, I'll let it come first. I'll let it together. Rudresh had to go back to New York this morning on a very, very important matter that he really couldn't stay today. And Dave just got himself a brand new job, and he could not get the time off this morning. So unfortunately, we're missing two of them this morning, but the rest of them will. Come around, join them.
Sit around, bro. Yes, Bhagwan Ram. Respect to all the Pandit Ramnarain Hanoman. Today we're so truly happy and the amount of bliss and gratitude for the beautiful kathas these past couple of nights were so uplifting. And as a young Pandit, the elements and the thought process of your kathas are very up there, and I'm trying to aspire to those levels because they're very high. And truly we are very blessed to be listening to you yet again. I listened to you for the past Yagna, and this one is even much more, I feel more energetic, and more, informative. So we're very grateful for the beautiful katha, and for each and every one of you guys who have joined us from near and far. Pandit Yoga is always talking about New York, but what about Florida? We're very happy for far and close by to join us for this beautiful. And one of the beginning day, Vyaasji had spoke about that beautiful intimate relationship between Kausalya Maharani and Bhagwan Shri Ram, and we've seen the comparison with Nana and Granani, we used to say. And one special story came into my mind that one time he said it, that at a young age, when Nana used to read Ramayan to Granani, he used to read the Awadhi, the Hindi, and Granani would say, "Go back and read Bhakta Bhai, you said something wrong." And he says this all the time to us. So there are such intimate relationships with this entire family, from lineage to lineage, from generation to generation. We see it from all of our family and our extended family. We have Aiden, we have Shauna, them who join us regularly, and Nana is such an inspiration to them as well as these to us. So we thank you all for joining us. Thank you.
That's it. Come on, Hira. Come on.
Everybody. Yeah. We live in New York, as you all know, but I never feel the distance between New York and Florida when I speak to my cousins, and we always feel like family here. And we're so close. We're always keeping in contact with each other. So close to this Mandir and everything that happens here, and I feel so blessed every single day to be a part of this family, and I thank Bhagwan all the time for being a part of this family and letting me be born into this family. I have so much respect for Aja. It's confusing when I'm here because I say Aja, everybody else says Nana. So sometimes I just say Nana to just clear the confusion. But it's like relationship that we have is so beautiful and tight-knit, and I hope that every family has this type of relationship. It's such a sweet one, and I'm just so grateful to be a part of a family like this. And we try all the time to, keep up the traditions, to keep the rituals and the habits that our elders have. It's sometimes we question them, and sometimes we find it difficult, but we always try to uphold it because we know that some way down the line we'll understand it one day. And I have a message for all the younger people. Like, always, I feel like we need to stay with our elders. And because the older that they get, sometimes time takes a toll, and it's gonna happen to all of us. We get a little dull sometimes, and having Aja, having that stimulation, I see firsthand. Having that stimulation, having all the grandkids, having all the puja, like continuing his habits and continuing his puja with him and his rituals and his, everything that he does, his routine every day, keeps them so sharp and keeps them so, engaged. And that helps us, and that helps us learn more from them. It helps us learn, like, the most that we can get out of them. It helps us. It helps us more than it helps them. Of course, it helps them a lot, and it keeps them so, sharp and on point. So I feel like I learned that even more now, that we have to, stay with our elders and learn from them and help, and also help them. So I just have that request for our younger folks out there. And thank you all so much. You just made, this such a wonderful event. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. Here's the living. Sorry, no? Believe me, they're real talkers if you hang around them. And at their age, the warmest thing you can find around is to come here to Florida. So when we come here to Florida, believe me, Rudresh went to New York this morning, and he's coming back tomorrow morning. Because, they have that close relationship. And one of their biggest jokes on chat is, when Nana would be doing some funny stuff that they will pick up, and they will send it to each other 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And, you'll have so much fun with them. And the latest one was when he went to beach on Tirat, and Kanda got him on this trolley. I was pushing him right into the ocean with big tires like this on the door. So I don't know. That one was sent to me, and somehow or other I'm looking for it again. I couldn't find it. But these are special moments, and at this point I would like to call my siblings to for just one few moments. Right?
Devotees, I want to tell you a little long-term story. I used to read the Ramayan, and when I read the Ramayan, my mother always sit down near me and said, "Bye, you call Bhagwan Ram." We say, "How you know, my?" He said, "Yes, you call Bhagwan Ram. Call back again, spell him, and so on." So we say, how you know all them things? The mother and father came from India. So he said that, you didn't go to school? How you know all these things? He said, why the old time people now send their children to school, they're going to write by prayer. So the old time people from India, yeah, they don't send their children to school. So he said, why I never hear about that. It was a lot of fun, you know.
All right. What are you guys doing? Sham, Anil?
Tita Mommy?
Oh, Tita Mommy. Well, Dada is spokesperson in the family, so. Thank God we learned to talk. So devotees, I'd like to, we cannot be thanking each other here. This is our duty, this is our responsibility to do whatever it takes. And Sham and Anil are sitting here in the back, and Gita, and for us as siblings, we're five. We look so less today. I don't know why. Maybe because we did not eat that much this week. But we're indeed blessed as siblings. We have a real nice, close knit relationship, and we always gain strength from each other. And whatever we do, we have the same purpose in mind, and we hope that God continue to bless us to walk this path. So thank you. We are going to traditionally we must do Vyas Puja, and we will do Havan, and we will take the Aarti. So this. So Pua, you were going to say something? Chachi? Chachi, where were you hiding last night? Everybody was celebrating your birthday and you let you up. So. Okay, so that's Pua, and Pua is a very meticulous person from day one. She gets out her pen and her pencil, and she will start right down. This got to done this day, this got to do that day, this got to get this way, this got to that. And if you need a perfect accountant, that's where you're looking at, and she just literally drives everybody nuts in life, Chachi has been always there with us, and this family has lots of togetherness and love that we always maintain. And thank you all for being here. God bless. And yes. Oh. And yes, let us get together for Vyas Puja, and those who would like to participate. My brother Parmananji mentioned last time they did not get a chance to do what they want to. So please do come and join with us and do that. Thank you.
Palagi to all the Pandits. Palagi to one of my favorite Pandit, over Panditishwar. I want to say, Palagi Pa. I'm the granddaughter of Pandit Ramnarain Hanoman, and I really, really enjoy your Katha, because I've grown up in this. I've grown up in his house as a child, Pandit Ramnarain Hanoman. And I want to say, I met Pandit Baljit many, many years ago. I met his family, and I haven't seen in my life, at 55, I and Panditji will bow to that. Respect upon the money, my great-grandparents, relationships upon the money. But today I want to wish you a happy birthday, because you know why? You're the perfect example of Sanatan Dharma. And I wish I could have been here from the beginning of this 7-day Bhagwan. I feel blessed. I feel very blessed, and I admire your family. And if I may take your blessing, Ankanda, all the Pandits here, you guys are doing an awesome job. I have a young Pandit son, Pandit Chadesh. He's on the other side of town at Pandit Jadunath's Mandir, but I'm not here to describe or talk about him. Kanda, Pandit Kanda, you're a true inspiration of Sanatan Dharma. And I see that you all will be walking his legacy. Our own Pandit Baljit. Happy birthday. Shub Janamdin. 101 Panditji.
Devotees, I received a few envelopes, and one is from Indian Rickshaw, who donated $501. They have always been donating to the Mandir. Recently we did puja for them, and again they did. We received numerous other envelopes. People don't want their names to be mentioned. There is one that I received here. My brother-in-law Sham was in the supermarket, donated 1,001 also to the Mandir. Amritji came to me last night, and while he was walking, the night before, and while he was walking out, he said to me, and Amritji has always been such a strong supporter of this Mandir, and I always mention, you know, when we needed the tiles for this floor, he was the man that showed up and says, Panditji, don't worry, you just select the tile, I'll pay for it. And he did so. So all this glamour that you're seeing reflecting on the ceiling is only because of him. And together with his Dharmapatni today, he came this morning and he gave me a check for $10,000. And he made a few other promises that they would like to fulfill, and I asked him, why don't you come up and say it yourself? He says, no, Panditji, you just say it. I don't want to come up front, and that's the kind of person he is. And Amritji also made some other promises that we will declare, but one of them that he made, and he says that if you all can match his $10,000, whatever is additional to that, he'll write another check today. So you have a challenge. So at this point, I'd like to thank Amritji, and please, he would like to sing a bhajan for us. Great devotee indeed, and we'll have him sing one bhajan, first bhajan, while we will continue with our Vyas Puja. We do want to get these through quickly. Thank you.
Just in case. Sorry, thank you.
Today, this morning, we're all blessed and fortunate to have this opportunity to be in this beautiful Mandir. Vyaasji Rishi Ram. It's always a pleasure to come to this Sanatan Mandir. I have been here for a while and see as this Mandir was growing and building. And it's our responsibility to make sure it's finished as fast as possible. I told Pandit, I said, let's get it done this year. And whatever the cost is, we'll try to take care of it. That's, promise I made to Pandit, so we'll see what happens. Also, Pidaji, I'd like to wish you a happy birthday. May God continue to bless you. Om Saraswati Swar nahi, Guru bina na gyan, Prem bina shanti nahi, Bhakti bina o Bhagwan. Bhai man ka Ram Naam ki महिमा गाई रे, महिमा गाई रे. Bhai man ka Ram Naam ki महिमा गाई रे, महिमा गाई रे. सांसों की झोली में डूबे सांसों की, सांसों की झोली में डूबे गीत गाई रे. महिमा गाई रे, महिमा गाई रे, महिमा गाई रे, महिमा गाई रे. मन का राम नाम की महिमा गाई रे, महिमा गाई रे.
Rama
Good job.
Yes, put it there.
Oh, yes, yes.
No, not camera.
Oh, good, okay. How many times I try to call you, but I'll not get it. Because I have your old number. So, what is happening?
You don't sing a happy birthday song. Yesterday was his birthday.
Shri Ram Ram Raghunath Ram Ram Shri Ram Ram Bharata Ram Ram Shri Ram Ram Parkash Ram Ram Shri Ram Ram Sharanam Bhava Ram Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranatavesnasaya Govindaya Namo Namah Tan Tanura Tarvam Adbhut hai ye saas हरि के कर से बजरा हरि की है हरि की है आसा मेरा घर घर में तन के तंबूरे में दो सांसों की तार हो जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम तन के तंबूरे में दो सांसों की तार हो जय सिया राम जय सिया राम जय राधे श्याम 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 जय अब तो इस मन के मंदिर में भगवान राम बसेगा अब तो इस मन के मंदिर में भगवान राम बसेगा मगन हुआ मन मेरा झूठा जन्म जन्म का तेरा मन की मुरली गावे गगन लकीर राधारी से जगीर जगमग ज्योति जगीर जगमग ज्योति गगन लकीर राधारी से जगीर जगमग ज्योति जगीर जगमग ज्योति राम धाम का हीरा पाया श्याम धाम का मोती श्याम धाम का मोती गगन लकीर राधारी से जगीर जगमग ज्योति राम नाम का हीरा पाया श्याम नाम का मोती श्याम नाम का मोती प्यासी दो अखियों प्यासी दो अखियों आंसुओं के धार बोले जय सिया राम 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 जय राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम जय सिया राम 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 जय सिया राम
अग्निः समिधा जनानां प्रतिधेनुमिवायते मुखासम् जवा इव प्रवयामुजिहानाः प्रभानवः सिस्रते नाकमच्च मूर्धानन्दिवो अरतिं पृथिव्या वैश्वानरमृत आजातमग्निं कविगुं सृजमतिथिं जनानामासन्न पात्रं जनयन्त देवा ॐ पूर्णमदा पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ सर्वं वै पूर्णगुं स्वाहा सर्वे पापरं दिव्यंगाङ्गेयं निर्मलं जलम् आचमान्यं च मया दत्तं गृहाण पुरुषोत्तम आचमनीयमर्चयामि. And then all of you, those of you who are desirous of coming in close, put your hands in front and take the blessings of Shri Agni Devata. Om Tanubhagniyasi Tanmangme Pahi. Om Ayurdagniyasi Ayurmedehi. Om Varchodhagniyasi Varchomedehi. Om Agniyanme Tanva Unam Tanva Pranam. मेधांग देवा सविता आदधातु ओमिधांग देवी सरस्वती आदधातु ओमिधांग अश्विनौ देवा वन्दत्तं पुष्करास्रजो ओम ब्रह्मर्पणं ब्रह्मवीर ब्रह्मगणौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्मकर्मा समाधिना मन्मना भव मद्भक्तो मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु मामे वैश्यसि सत्यं ते प्रतिजाने प्रियोऽसि मे सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुच इदं ते न तपस्काय न भक्त्या कदाचन न चाशुश्रूषवे चार्यं न च मां तेऽभ्यसूयते यैमं परमं गुह्यं मद्भक्तेष्वभिधास्यते भक्तं मयि परां कृत्वा मामे वैष्यत्य संशया ॐ यत्र योगेश्वरः कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूतेर्ध्रुवार्नीतिर्मतिर्मम ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम. We will now offer our arati to Bhagwan. आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियाती की. आरती श्री रामायण. आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सियाती की. आरती श्री ब्रह्मादित्य मुनि नारद वाल्मीकि ज्ञान विशारद. सुख सनकादि And we will join in our Swasti Prarthana Mantra Adhyay.
हरिः ओम स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवा स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तारक्षोररिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ पया पृथिव्यां पय ओषधीषु पयो दिव्यन्तरिक्षे पयोर्गाः पयस्वती प्रदिशंसन्तु मह्यम् ॐ विष्णोरराटमसि विष्णोष्णप्रियस्तो विष्णोर्द्युरोऽसि विष्णोद्रोऽसि वैष्णवेतवा अग्निर्देवता वातो देवता सूर्यो देवता चंद्रमा देवता वसो देवता रुद्रदेवता आदित्यदेवता मरुतो देवता विश्वदेवा देवता बृहस्पतिर्देवता इंद्रो देवता वरुणो देवता सद्यो जातं प्रपद्यामि सद्यो जाताय वै नमो नमः भवे भवे नाति भवे भवस्य मां भवोद्भवाय नमः वामदेवाय नमो ज्येष्ठाय नमो श्रेष्ठाय नमो रुद्राय नमः कालाय नमः कलविकर्णाय नमो बलविकर्णाय नमो बलाय नमो बलप्रमथनाय नमः सर्वभूतदमनाय नमो मनोन्मनाय नमः अघोरेभ्यो अथ घोरेभ्यो घोरघोरतरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः सर्वेश्वरेभ्यो नमस्तेऽस्तु रुद्ररूपेभ्यः ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् ईशानः सर्वविद्यानाम् ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपतिर्ब्रह्मणोऽधिपतिर्ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो ॐ शिवो नाम स्वविदितेस्ते पिता नमस्ते अस्तु माहि पुंसि निवर्ततायामायुषे नाम्ना आद्यो प्रजानानाय रायस्पोषाय सुप्रजा स्वस्त्या सुवीर्याय ॐ विश्वानि देव सवितरदुरतानि परस्व जद्भद्रन्तन आस्व यो शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिराप शान्तिरोगदयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्मा शान्ति सर्वगुण शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम सुशान्तिर्भवतु सर्वरिष्टशान्तिर्भवतु गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम प्रेम से बोलो सियापति रामचंद्र की उमापति महादेव की पवन पुत्र हनुमान की सनातन धर्म की अयोध्या धाम की
बोले व्यास भगवान की जय। Devotees, once again, thank you all for being here. Please take your arti, your prasad, your charnamrit, and please feast yourself. Just enjoy whatever is prepared. And to all of you who have come from near and far again, we are tremendously, tremendously happy to have your presence. Bhagwan presence to all of you and your families. Thank you.
सिया राम मिलन कब होए अंधिसवा रहे हरि ओ राम सिया राम मिलन कब होए पुराण
devotees, we're going to Pandit Vijayji.
So given that there are so many Pandits and Acharyas here, it's only right that we pray for the long life of Pitaji, of Pandit Baljit ji. And so I'll ask just for the Pandits to take some flowers and rice in their hands. And I'm tired saying mantras all day, so I'm going to ask you all to say the mantras with me. I will say peace, peace, and you repeat. First, the Vedic mantra. Hari Om Srivachasvamayushrimarogyamadha Bhavamanam Nahiyate Dhanam Dhanyam Pasham Bhauputra Labham Shatasam Vatsaram Dirghamayuhu. Please repeat. Om Swastyastute Kushalam Astu Chirayurastu Go Hasti Ashwa Dhanadhanya Samriddhirastu Aishwaryamastu Vijayostu Ripukshayostu Vanshe Sadaiva Bhavatam Haribhaktirastu Vanshe Sadaiva Bhavatam Haribhaktirastu. Somebody should sing Bharva. Bar dinaye aaye, bar dinaye aaye, bar dinaye aaye, bar dinaye aaye. Tu jiye hazaron saal, ye meri hai arzu. Happy birthday to you.
Still on?